Veamos qué hay. A ver, disfrutemos esta maravilla indie que hay. Oye, esta es la primera vez que abro el juego. Ni siquiera lo he revisado antes. No sé qué sorpresa voy a encontrarme. No he ajustado nada de nada, así. Primero revisemos la opción. No sé qué tan fuerte estará la música. Vamos a estar... un poco así debería... Voy a... voy a grabar, Voy a dejarlo grabando. Por corto me llama la atención. Ya. Veamos. Chuta. Esto. Ya el modo normal. Como si me dijeran una explicación. A ver qué tenemos aquí. Tiene bonito gráfico, Hay un juego que me recuerda. De Xbox 360, creo. Parece que se jugaba a dos. No sé si este juego estará optimizado para la Xbox One X. Aunque bueno, tampoco es que tenga tanto gráfico. Oh,
There is a place where the lost embers go.
ahí lo voy a bajar un poco.
As their light begins to fade.
Y le bajé un poco.
Ember ran, because standing still made them feel helpless.
Ember, así se llama. Corro rápido, ¿eh?
The wall glistened. The painting showed embers on a sacred journey.
Qué bueno lo sé.
Ember felt so afraid and alone that it was a relief to find someone to talk to. Ember froze, almost too frightened to look away, when they noticed a small satchel.
Bolsa de...
The satchel felt heavy. Ember looked inside. The statue shone brightly in the light.
Creo que lo mostraron así casual nomás, como por internet. Canal de YouTube, un Twitter.
There was a symbol on the floor. Ember noticed something wrong.
Ah. Okay.
There was a round space where something used to fit. To Ember's delight, the golden statue slid perfectly into place.
Ah, qué interesante. A mí me encantan los juegos de puzzle. Ya no hemos terminado varios.
Ember left, feeling sorry for the stranger now alone in the dark.
Game over. Ah, listo. Gracias por jugar.
The stairway opened into a dark forest.
¡Oh! ¡Logro!
Ember could feel fear taking over. They'd washed up alone, somewhere very unfamiliar. Ember felt like they were being watched. The foxes howled into the night. The only reply was silence.
La cámara se me controla solo.
The path was blocked. As Ember approached, the flames seemed to call out.
Yeah.
With a feeling like falling, the forest fell away. Ember felt lost in darkness and ruin. The caged flame stoked new hope in Ember.
Ah, ya estoy entendiendo.
Hope was almost within reach. The flame spoke and Ember listened.
Como bien abstracto. Esperanza. ¿Ya?
The flame lingered ahead. Was it trying to
No
escape?
puedo correr.
Or leading the way? The campfire flickered into life.
Oye, llevo 3 logros y ¿cuánto
The
llama?
ghost spoke. Hope has
15
returned
minutos.
to a forlorn. They will be safe here. I will warn them. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is a place between
No sé
places.
dónde colocar la cámara para que no tape nada.
To travel
estarla
through
buscando.
as your light fades. But none have passed in a long time. The Forest King holds us here. And those who dwell too long turn forlorn. Again, that word, forlorn.
Ah,
The forlorn are those who lost their way along the path. If you find them, send them to me and I will guide them. I am just a guide along the way to fan the flame. So many lost embers have I seen, more than I could help. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind.
y la puedo hacer más pequeña.
The path ahead lies behind that door. Do you wish that I open it? Know that if you return, you will always be welcome.
Vamos a probarlo arriba. Creo que arriba no hay muchas cosas.
Little one, your journey ahead will not be easy. The path to leave this place is blocked. I will guide others to follow after you clear the way.
Tengo que buscar a
others like me who can help. You will always be welcome here in the forest.
A ver, vemos cómo anda ahí.
Barely visible through the murky water was the shadow of something hiding. And on a small pier with barely a sound, a lonely fisherman sat.
¿Esto? ¿Puedo morir acá? Prácticamente no sé. Hay unos antiguos de motos. Que eran de un mono que... Por nombre, pero tienen varios. O sea, era Joe Danger, esa misma. Esa es la franquicia más conocida de ellos. De hecho, hicieron probar otra cosa por lo mismo, porque no querían ser conocidos solo por Joe Danger. Tenían varios juegos así. Hicieron probar algo diferente, se fueron muy ambiciosos. Creo que tengo que buscar algo. Ay, acá esto es de deducción. Va a tener que ser.
The stranger was trapped in their head.
Ah, de aquí. Esta. Ya, tengo que tirar esta parte.
Thought crowded in on them.
Ya tenemos otra.
The stranger's voice was hoarse, It lingers, friend. It's hard to let go.
Esto basta, supongo.
The fisherman murmured quietly between sorrowful breaths.
Qué simpático eso.
The gloom was choking. The fisherman felt so useless and alone. Only the dark water to hear him talk. In that darkness, a glimmer flickered. A thought beating like a drum.
Puesto que si sopla esa
A
cosa,
thought that went round and
quiero estar
round.
seguro.
It all started with the frog, sitting out there every day. Ember couldn't hold on.
¿Puedo pasar frente a eso?
Every day by the pond, a constant reminder.
De momento los puzzles no han sido difíciles.
For a brief moment, the fisherman struggled to speak. The fisherman looked at Ember, hoping they would listen. The fisherman spoke softly. There's a frog in that pond, a big one. Saw him grow from a tadpole. We were friends of a sort. Spent every day side by side. So much better at fishing than me, that frog is. Catches them before I can bait them. Oh, it makes me feel useless some days. The fisherman sighed. I've wasted so much time feeling like this. Ember could see the old man struggling with their thoughts. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, Ember. You've got a good heart in there. If you need help catching anything, you just ask.
¿Este tipo me ayuda? ¿Pero ahora?
The frog stared at Ember, its belly rumbling. Its eyes were fixed on Ember, but it seemed to mean no harm. Was this the frog that the fisherman spoke of? Ember could hardly ignore the rumbling from the frog's belly.
Ahí puede que haya otra run. Es relajante eso. Más.
The stranger had been forgotten. They tried to guide the best they could. But feared as others had turned away. The stranger looked at Ember somberly. I wonder who will meet us in the end.
Ah, por ahí. Silencio. Ah, y me dice cuánto. No sé.
The old gate was locked.
No lo veo. En Full HD para hacerte franco.
The crow held its shining trophy tight.
Ok, entiendo.
The worm looked helpless, with no way to escape. As Ember picked it up, the worm let out a little yelp.
Me va a servir un huevo. Qué bizarro.
The cave entrance was overgrown with dry brambles.
Este juego por los gráficos perfectamente podría correr bien en la... Creo. De que tenga cosas muy...
He was nestled between the reeds, but it was just out of reach.
Sí, bueno.
It didn't seem like that would really help.
Ay, ¿para qué puedo? Ah, ya sé para qué usar esto.
The broken net hung ominously around the skeleton's neck.
Hay otro.
The stranger shivered in the cold.
Porque si paso por ahí...
They'd moved through such dark places.
Ah, ya entendí.
Perhaps there was another way.
Ahora puedo... ¿Puedo llevar una de estas? ¿Me va a pagar? La debería poner encima.
The road had stolen all warmth.
¿Qué pasó? Ah, la boté.
The stranger blinked at Ember. The two shared a moment of silence.
No puedo hablar con...
The stranger blinked at Ember. The two shared a moment of silence. Once again, Ember could feel eyes watching.
¿Qué?
The guard joked. Another scrawny ember from the forest. And with a bag looking all nicely and shiny. Both guards started looking at Ember with a deathly stare. The guard leered. The Forest King would like you, little scruff. Yes, come a little closer. Let us see what's in that bag. We guard the door to the Forest King. Oh yes, we decide who gets to see the king. The Forest King will want to see you. Yes, yes, come this way.
¿Y ahora? No del boss.
A feeling of foreboding overcame Ember. Ember was terrified but tried not to show it. The giant bird spoke softly. Another little Ember. Speak, little one. Do not fear. The bird is a friend. Ember wanted to feel safe. Oh, little Ember, birds won't hurt you. Birds will take another under our wing. Stay safe in the nest, you'll never turn forlorn. Ember was still afraid. Is it the night that scares you, little one? See, night is gone. Day is here. Birds will make the world less frightening. It wasn't only the night that frightened Ember. The bird grew frustrated. Do not become like other embers. Trying and failing and turning forlorn. Birds will protect you from false hope. The Forest King spoke so gently to Ember. Perhaps they could rest here for a while. It was hard to know what else to say. Clever little Ember. You will stay. You will not turn forlorn. Search for hope no more. Now take this feather. Feather means Ember is one of us now. Birds keep little ones safe. Birds should never leave the nest.
¿Qué está pasando?
The guards seem pleased. Clever Scruff sticking with us. I can hold that bag for you. Leave them alone, they're one of us now. Yeah, one of us. And we all shares bags and things. The stranger wanted Ember's attention, being careful not to speak too loudly. You should get away from here while you still can. You can't trust the birds. I've heard there's another campfire in the marsh. Well, that's where I'm going if I can find a way down. The ashes were still warm. The guard squawked. Stand back, don't come any closer. Nothing down there but sadness and turning forlorn. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. One of us now, I see. Got your feathers, it's the only way. Keep an eye out. No one but us birds can pass.
¿Qué onda?
Ember didn't like deceiving the birds. But what choice did they have? They couldn't rest in that place forever. They had to keep going. Inside was a scrap of journal. I am so scared. I've never been alone like this before. This is a place between places. It doesn't feel real to me.
Tengo que alcanzarla.
Ember hurried away from the birds. The mist hung close to Ember, hiding them. The Forest King seemed frightened. The birds cruel. Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like them. Ahead there would be others to help, and maybe a way to move on. The Wanderer's Diary. On my lanthorn, playing a hollow tune to ward off the fear, a songbird took its perch beside me.
Estoy avanzando. No hay ni una claridad de si hay etapas o no.
The travelers seemed distressed. I'm sure it's fine. They'll be okay. But it's been a while since... It's my fault. The traveler whispered quietly. No matter where I go, I always end up here. No matter where I go, always here. The traveler whispered quietly. No matter where I always here.
¿Y esto?
It looked like a map, but pieces were missing. The piece formed a new route. It was the same place as before. But how?
Ah. Pero ahora voy acá a otro lado.
An eerie scene, like a moment frozen in time. Ember found the Wanderer's diary. The frog in the forest knows more than they will say. I watch them carefully. I dare not go in the caves. The spiders whisper. The caves are deep.
Llevármela al...
Gradually, more of the map was revealed.
Ahí hay otra pieza.
A section of bridge had somehow been ripped from its foundations.
Ah, está bien.
It was like the map had been broken on purpose.
La creatividad para hacer esta etapa así. Juego en realidad sí.
The mist revealed a secret place. Was it hidden on purpose?
Ay, 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 la caché. Entiendo.
You know, part of me didn't want to be found. I said some things I shouldn't have. And now I'm lost. And it's too late. The skeleton looked peaceful. Held tightly in its hand was a red feather.
Algo bueno.
The statue spoke, just as it once moved the hearts of the forlorn. The instrument you now hold has the power to move the world around you. Another before you took great effort to hide it deep within this riddle. The lanthorn began to glow.
Ah. Okay.
Amber uncovered a journal entry. The forest is misty after the morning rain, but there are pathways to find between the trees, patches of sky through the canopy, rain-laden clouds above.
¿Esto? Ah. ¿Qué onda? Se como que atravesó la pared. Ah.
Hidden away was a scrap of journal.
Apuesto que hay un logro que encontrar todas
I'm
esas
learning the
páginas.
joy of fishing, mending a net. But the voices of the forlorn trouble my dreams. How can I help them? There was one
Easy.
last place to reach on the map.
Ah. Eso.
Ember felt a great relief to be out of the mist. The way through was ruined. Muffled by the fog, Ember was sure they heard a rumble. Could that have been a tremendous snow?
¿Qué? No lo esperaba.
Ember didn't mind getting muddy. The slide was such fun.
Voy a quedarme sucio todo el rato.
A sleeping pig in a pile of rotten fruit. They looked happy.
Ah, no, se va limpiando solo.
The plant looked like it could take a hand off. And it was in Ember's way. The fruit was giving off a sickly sweet smell. Ember chuckled. The dangerous plant was no match for a hungry piggy.
Arco.
A hideous odor filled the air. And suddenly, the reason was obvious. The pig inhaled a giant snort of air. Wait, what's that delicious smell? Ember shuffled nervously. Other embers fed me treats, but then stopped. You feed me now. As the pig chewed, a light grew in its belly. Crunchy, embery. Not much meat, bit too bony. But what I want is flavor with more spark. The pig would eat anything. Ember just needed to find more. And with each thing it ate, the light grew even brighter.
Mira, gracias
Fruity,
por ese host.
fresh,
Papu.
but tastes a lot like mud. But what I want is
Gracias, gracias.
flavor with more spark. Perhaps if Ember could satisfy the pig, they might be more helpful.
¿Y eso?
Ember found a scrap of journal. In a wide pond, the trees on the far side barely visible, the oily smell of frogs. I leave a forlorn I could not save. The skull was disgusting. Perhaps the pig would like it.
Ya le di una calavera.
No, I want something different. Ember came upon another campfire lost in the wilderness. It looked long cold, but ready to be lit. The ghost said, "Speak, and I will listen." This is the hollow marsh. Here hope was consumed before it could flourish. You must not lose hope, or you too will turn forlorn. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind.
Sí,
The
adelante.
path ahead lies behind that door. Do you wish that I open it? Know that if you return, you will always be welcome. You have done well to get this far, little one. I will clear the path ahead for you. You have seen another watching over you. They know the secrets of this place. Seek them out.
¿Qué sirve eso? Tal vez me den otra cosa.
The painting was the same as Ember had seen before. Two embers shone clearly in the daylight now, their journey ahead.
Creo que sabemos.
Well now, we've been looking everywhere for you. Oh, fun, over the wall they goes. Hope you have a good excuse for running off, Scab. Ember's heart sunk. Ember told the birds about all they had seen in the marsh, pleading for their help. Save your made-up stories for the Forest King. Oh yes, tell the lies to the king.
Volví acá.
Ember felt nervous standing before the king again. Frustrated, the Forest King said, "Poor tired Ember, where did you go? You must rest now. You give false hope. Try and fail and hurt. This is all there is." Ember could feel the Forest King looking right through them. This end, there no more. Why not stop? Let go of this. You must stay. No more foolish hope. Last chance. Take key now. Make sure gates are locked. Let no more in. Let no more out. Ember took the key. What choice did they have? Yeah, this really is your last chance. Don't betray the Forest King again.
¿Será parte de la historia o por algo que hizo?
The ashes were still warm. The crossroads gate was locked. Ember placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it.
Ah, espérate. Claro.
Eagerly, Ember left the birds behind, glad to be free.
¿Qué todavía? Ama del otro día. Bajarlo con el gamma. Todavía está clarito de la vez que lo subí por cuenta.
It was an abandoned boat, sadly stranded in the mud.
Anda sul lagazo.
Ember was at the entrance to a dark cave. The smell of stale water oozed out, like it had once been flooded, but now was bone dry. It was a Gordian knot, impossible to untie. Ember needed something sharp to cut it.
Afilado. Que voy yendo del lugar, pero no sé para dónde estoy.
He's not got eyes in the back of his head.
Solo. Ah, ya creo que ya entiendo por dónde Eso fue muy anticlimático.
Crab is all yours. Didn't plan any further than this.
Random, jugaste el Doom Eternal. Oye, no se me adelante para el próximo año, pues.
Look at that claw though, friend. Could do some real damage.
Sin spoilers. No lo he jugado, pero tengo planes. De hecho, yo estoy armando mi backlog del 2021. ¡Ah! Puedo usarlo para cortar la cuerda, supongo. Y saltó lejos. Espérate, eso lo puedo. Voy a subirme.
Hidden inside was the Wanderer's journal. Pink, orange, red, brown, leaves gently dancing to the ground. Crunch, crackle, lovely sound, fall into a giant mound.
De esa frase no tiene. Eso. Ay, hoy tiene que ser. Sisu.
Ember thought of the pigs from the marsh. Someone had tightly sealed the dam's mouth. Ember wondered what secrets it might spill.
Meto ahí bajo. ¿Qué? Eso, bajo.
The stranger pondered. I just wanted to fix things, to help get the water flowing again. But I have absolutely no idea what I'm
I
doing.
have no idea what I'm doing.
The bellows breathed life into the fire beneath the boiler. But it would take more air to fully stoke the fire.
Oh,
Oh, that did something.
señor Eddie, ¿cómo anda?
I think there's one more of those valve things.
Ya me compré el control y el Overwatch. El Overwatch, supongo. Sabía que le dirá al Overwatch.
Inside was a secret diary entry.
¿Y por qué la de PlayStation?
I want to help others, but my mistakes overwhelm me. Every step I take is surrounded by paths
Bueno, sí,
unexplored.
pues. Ah, espérate. Bueno, sí. Bien, bien. Supongo que sí, pues al 100% todos los trofeos, platino.
Ah, I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
Oye, ¿va a jugar el Gran Turismo? Ah, ¿lo compró en caja? Yo tengo ganas de tener el control en caja. Porque tanto el Alan Wake y el Quantum Break los tengo en caja. Puede que ahora que salió el Ultimate Edition, voy a esperar que baje un poco y ahí lo compro. Para agregarlo a la colección.
Ember really did hope they wouldn't be in trouble.
¿Cuál control se compró? ¿El Ultimate Edition o el normal? Espero que se haya comprado el Ultimate. ¿El normal? ¿Lo pilló muy barato? Ah, ya. Lo que pasa es que la versión Ultimate viene con los DLC y a la vez con la versión de PlayStation 5 gratis. La de Play, la normal no tiene eso. Tienes que comprar los DLC aparte y no viene con la actualización. 20 dólares.
With
No sé cuánto
everything
está la
flooded
última.
again. Ember wondered if now they could reach the entrance of the cave.
Además de que el Control sería un muy buen juego para probarlo con la Xbox Series X. Ay, sí.
Ember thought of the pigs from the marsh. Someone had tightly sealed the dam's mouth. Ember wondered what secrets it might spill.
No tiene nada de eso. Está bien eso. Espérate, ahora está inundado. Claro.
Freed from the mud, the boat looked inviting.
Oh, qué buena. Las que tengo aquí, la más bacán, es el... Yo creo que la versión que más me gusta es esta. La cajita holográfica del... Viene con un libro de ilustraciones. Que más que nada arte del juego. No, yo no compro. De hecho no tengo... la única edición de coleccionista que tengo yo es la del Sonic Mania. Está aquí. Pero nada más. Que venía con esta estatua que está aquí, pues, claro, eso. Pero mira, lo bacán de este es que venía con una carátula doble. El juego es... Bueno, voy a cambiar la cámara. El juego es así, pues. Este es el Sonic Mania. Pero viene con una carátula extra, así como de Genesis. Que de hecho era la que tenía puesta. Yo igual compro, de hecho, cuando salen múltiples versiones, como la edición deluxe, la Ultimate y cuestiones así, yo compro la normal, la estándar. No me gustan las carátulas de las otras ediciones, no me gustan. Entonces, claro, mira, ¿cachai que queda así? La carátula de Genesis. Y viene aquí el juego. Lo curioso es que el Sonic Mania normal, primero, no venía en físico. Venía una key en digital. Pero no, yo no tengo muchas figuras. Ediciones coleccionistas. Nada. Tengo puras versiones normales. Me gusta la carátula normal del juego. Ah, sí. Hay algunos juegos de...
The boat was a perfect fit for them both. It felt like they were on the right path at last.
Qué raro cómo se controla. No, y no es el único. Creo que el Minecraft también, o el Fortnite. Hay un Fortnite para Switch. Y creo que también viene un código digital.
The passageway was dark and eerily silent, and Bill wondered why the dam had been blocked.
O sea, hay una versión física que se vende del Fortnite. Y creo que incluye skins, una cosa así. Como que al final lo que compráis son los skins. Pero no viene el juego. Todo se descarga, sí. De hecho, ni siquiera viene una key del juego, porque ¿para qué si es free to play? Los juegos físicos han subido mucho de precio. Mucho. Zmart hay juegos a 60.000 pesos. Vienen skins. Tú compras el Fortnite físico y solo vienen skins. Ahora yo me estoy yendo a digital y después cuando bajen de precio veo la versión física. ¿What? ¿Qué pasó aquí? Es como bugueado. ¿Se bugueó? ¿Cómo llegué acá? Esta cuestión tiene auto, ¿sabe? O que sí, no tiene que grabar. Ah, ya, parece que sí. Oye, no sé si se han fijado, pero he estado colocando el chat visible, pero le puse que se desapareciera rápido. Mensaje, o sea, aparece unos segundos y se va al tiro. No es como el chat que usualmente coloco que está como un minuto. Creo que así es menos intrusivo. ¿Qué les parece? Aparte que tiene otro diseño. Sí, lo puse.
There was a
Sí, sí.
lens on the wall. It looked dull in the
Hola, llegué
darkness.
muy tarde. ¿Y tanto? Todavía falta. ¿Cómo está, estimado? Pan con cestilla.
There was a space in the frame for something to fit.
¿Qué matrioshka eres? Oye, así no se trata la gente. Oye, Don Pan Cecina está aquí en este canal hace varios meses. Solo que no está tan frecuente como usted, ¿eh? ¿De qué estamos hablando? Señor Eddie tampoco es frecuente. Señor Eddie
It looked like
llega
the
y
crystal
va
could be
cuando quiere.
turned, but the handles were retracted.
Como gerente. Claro, nadie lo llama cuando llega y cuando se va. que tengo que iluminar.
As the gate opened,
Sí, no se
a
entiende,
thought
no.
occurred. What was
No
the
se
gate
preocupen, no se
keeping
sientan
locked
obligados. Sí,
away?
es el señor Eddie que le gusta trolear aquí. ¿No? ¿Cómo se la aguantamos? ¿No? ¿Será porque todavía me dé el Chevrolet Biscayne que le pedí hace meses? Es un cojín. Se llama Ember. Está bonito.
A lost message was inside.
Es un furro. No
Lighted
sabemos
on
si
the
es un furro
campfire,
porque no se le
the
ve la
coals
cara.
put out. A merry lanthorn tune, it felt like being home. Then frosty words remembered chilled me to the bone.
Milo y lo Milo. Ese era el juego que estaba pensando. Ese juega de a dos, me parece. Y lo Milo. Y es como de perspectiva, una cosa así. O de gravedad, no me acuerdo cómo era la cuestión. Este juego nunca me lo terminé. Creo que no. Lo regalaron por
Ember
Gold
had
hace como
found
1000 años.
another unlit campfire at the heart of the cave.
¿Otra hoguera? Me dan ganas de patearlo. Pero por ¿cómo? ¿Qué es eso?
The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen." This is the cave of regret.
Por Dios.
Fear would not allow hope to find a perch here. You must not lose hope, or you too will turn forlorn. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. The path ahead lies behind that door. Do you wish that I open it?
Siento que... Qué mala onda.
Know that if you return, you will always be welcome. Your journey is nearing its end, little one. You have cleared a path for others to follow. I will guide them after you have gone.
A patearle. ¿Qué es?
Only the Forest King knows where the final campfire sleeps. Ask them your questions. Know that if you return here, you will always be welcome.
Es como que se iluminó todo. Qué bueno. Hace rato. Oye, hace rato que no me metía en puzzle.
The stranger was wary of others.
¿Sabes que nos preguntamos eso hartas veces? ¿Por qué el señor Eddie se ha quedado impune todos estos años? Oh, ok. Tiene amnistía. Ah, espérate. Puedo hacer lo siguiente. Me puedo subir, pues.
The dark had gifted them friends in the past. The dark had stolen much more.
¿Esto dónde lo dejo? Nice. Me pago con chistes malos. Ven, otro logro. Lo voy a reportar.
The stranger whispered, "It aches. It's hard to find my way."
Abuse de su confianza nomás, señor Eddie. Oye, estos... Hay otra. Creo que me he saltado de estos.
The stranger was tired of pretending. They'd never have made it on their own.
Ah, ya, ok. Ah, no, ya sé. Ya caché. Caché ya.
fortune had always favored them.
Está poniendo cada vez más complicado. Hay que ir hasta allá. Ve. ¿Cuánto juegas? Debería estar para todas las plataformas. Creo que esta está para Switch. Pero no sé cuánto estará en PS4. Salió la semana pasada. Tengo que traer estos también. Ya. Voy a hacer un camino con todas las cuestiones. Oh, no, me equivoqué. A ver. Ah, ya, tengo que... No. Ah, este tengo que ponerlo acá. Ahí sí. Este... Ahí sí. Más que nada por el tema de la potencia gráfica. En serio. Como que importe
Had
mucho
they
en las
deserved
Switches.
to make it this far?
Este juego, yo creo que se ve igual de bien en la Switch.
The stranger looked regretful.
Turni,
They spoke simply. Thank you.
el Yur. Este juego está en Steam ahora. ¿Qué tal, Chris? ¿Cómo han andado? Voy a anotar eso. Es que este... Ya, pero es que si se va a poner así, mejor jueguelo en PC, pues. Nintendo la caga, hace juego y consola, deberían... Pero es que tienen que tomar en cuenta que la división de consolas es una y los desarrolladores son otros. Que de hecho, los desarrolladores de Nintendo son aparte y no han hecho consolas. Tenéis Retro Studio, Intelligent System. Tienen varias divisiones y Nintendo igual es como grande. ¿De dónde salió eso? Pero en cuanto a ganancia, ahora pierden dinero más que ganar. ¿Qué dice eso? Si el otro día salió una noticia que está sobrado de plata porque todas las ventas se han disparado. Que es la cuestión. ¿Dónde sacó eso? A Nintendo le da súper bien. Vende más que la mayoría de la otra empresa. El puro Animal Crossing, por ejemplo, en 2 meses sacó como 66 millones de dólares, una cosa así. Con el puro Animal Crossing. Después está el Pokémon metido entre medio, el Mario Kart, el Smash. O sea, prácticamente el 90% de los juegos de Nintendo venden una barbaridad. En cambio, las otras empresas tienen que hacer como 20 juegos para que uno les vaya bien. Nintendo tienen una cagada de plata. Les va súper bien. Tienen para regodearse.
The taste of fresh air was welcoming as Ember left the caves behind.
Ah, oh, ¿por qué tengo que...? ¿No puedo subirme? Hoy tengo que achuntarle como... Los que más juegan son adolescentes. Juega toda la familia. No, la Switch, por ejemplo, aquí se han agotado. Además, con la pandemia, ¿qué juego no vende? La Switch se han agotado considerablemente. Hasta pillar Switch aquí.
Something was wrong. Ember could feel it. It was quiet. All the birds had gone.
¿Qué haya pasado? ¿Está abierto ahora?
There you are. You've done this. The king is gone. Gone. What did you do? Telling lies, being
¿Qué trata
tricksy?
el juego? No tengo idea. No sé qué está pasando. Que avanzo, libero cosas, resuelvo puzzles.
We had no troubles till this one.
Sí, es muy relajante.
The king is dead. Dead. They'll be coming for us now, all of them. Who looks after us now? What does we do? I'm not a real bird, just wearing bird clothes. They're not even a real bird. Who'll look after them now?
Oye, sí. Pero señor Eddie, usted rompe todo así. O sea, porque alguien lo mira feo, rompe cosas.
Chains and pulleys in the base of the chair. didn't feel real. The Forest King wasn't real.
Ah, era un animatronic.
Broken boats were scattered on the water. The ghost spoke. Brave
¿Se
little
acuerdan
one,
cuando
few
salió
have
la
made
Wii?
this journey.
Todos los que rompieron sus TVs porque tiraban el Wii a la tele y le echaban la culpa a las correas.
This is the last campfire. Your path ahead is clear. What you do now is yours to decide.
¿Cómo esto?
A boat lies waiting, but it belongs to another. Their path was not so straight as yours. Seek them out before you move on.
Entiendo qué está pasando.
In the clearing, Ember hoped to find answers. Behind the Forest King puppetry was the Wanderer in the red cloak.
Ahora no estoy pololeando. Ya no tengo novio ahora.
The stranger spoke. Why didn't you stop? Why wouldn't you give up? Why not stay safe in the nest I made? This is all there is. All that lies beyond is the end. Ember could tell the stranger believed it. I could feel the stranger's fear. I wanted to be a lighthouse for others. How do you save others once your light has gone out? I watched so many crash on the shore.
¿Hay algo que le haya durado, señor Eddie?
In the end, I destroyed the boats. What have I done? Slowly, the stranger withdrew.
La última esperanza.
The Wanderer's thoughts had become twisted.
Vaya.
Hiding every day behind a mask. Watching hopeful little ones arrive endlessly. Knowing the empty path that lay ahead.
Ah, espérate, ya. Sí, ya me acordé. Tengo que taparlo. Va a venir la luz y tengo que evitar que se la lleve.
Inside the dim light was a hidden pain. They had watched those they cared for turn forlorn.
Oye, si ya lo jugaron sin spoilers, por favor.
Had locked all hope away, tried to protect it. And Ember's actions had seemed a distorted mirror. The Wanderer searched for words. When I reached this place, I could see the truth. This is all there is. I turned back, tried to stop the others. Knew what the nothingness would do to them, what it did to me. Built a little nest, what a mess that was. You hope and try and fail and then nothing more. I can't face the end. I'm not ready. I don't deserve to move on.
Va a salir una nueva PlayStation. Evo. A PS5.
Leave me here with my
Algún día,
thoughts.
no se sabe ni el precio, pero ya se puede reservar.
Only my boat remains. Take my oar. Finish your journey. Leave this place. Ember knew the end lay ahead.
Ay, de hecho, no cualquiera la puede reservar. Hay que inscribirse y Sony va a elegir a los dignos para poder reservarla. Espérate. No termina aquí, ¿o sí? Está controlando solo. El saco de patata.
There is a place where the lost embers go as their light begins to fade.
Really? ¿5 horas? ¿Y cuánto fue? 2 horas y algo. Según How Long to Beat eran 5 horas. Yo no me fijé cuánto duraba, pero no pensé que me lo iba a terminar en un par de horas, ¿verdad? Hoy no son ni las 10. La película de Adam Sandler dura más. Ah, bueno, estaba anotando esto, ya. Así nomás, po. Pero si es temprano todavía. Creo que mi hermana tarda más en el baño. Ay, ay. Qué horror.